Good evening, Mark Porchetto on the Punt Racing with you once again. Looking at Moonee Valley tomorrow, Cox Plate Day. I've already gone through my Cox Plate, but just very quickly, I do think Versus will win. I've got Antino in for second, Bucker in for third, Trezor Moment and Aliana for the fourth placings. Don't think we're going outside the square there. I'm really looking forward to see Ved tomorrow. Now, I'm going to go through a few of the races, starting with race number 4, the Fillies Classic Salty Pearl. Look, she's about $2.40 at the moment. I think. Only one win from 7 career starts, but if she doesn't win this race, I don't know when she wins another one. She really, should be winning here. Saying that, there's a filly by the Hayes stable called Stung, who was very impressive at Kilmore at her very first start. So, but realistically, like in my early quality, I've just got those two because I think Salty Pearl will win. It's one of the best bets on the day, about $2.40. Again, going down to race number 5, the JAR Cup. Look, I've settled on Casino 17. He just failed to pick up Wooten Verney in the Coonji. I think that Future History will go out and just lead and try and slow them down again and just try and run them off their feet and hopefully get home this time. Middle Earth on paper looks like he's going very, very badly this campaign, saying that Kieran Maher thinks otherwise. So do we trust in Kieran here? Point King first up from a long break, but he won first up with his track and trip back in August. And Sir Kingsford runs his trip out but made that class. So looking at race number 5, I've got Casino 17 on top, Middle Earth for second, Future History for third. Race number 6, handicap for 4-year-old mares and up. The favourite, she's a hustler, good winner at Flemington with weight, but in a lower grade. Janalala needs another win, but was very good behind. 0-2 good at Caulfield. See what I see, finishing 5th in that same race after leading. She's 3 from 3 at this trip, so that's a positive. She's drawn wide, so possibly will sit back and then run on, which might suit her better. She's unusual. This horse comes down from Sydney and was very impressive at Rosehill. Benchmark 88 and finished behind Travolta prior to that. That form reads really well for this. So race 6, number 9, She's Unusual on top. See What I See second, Janalala for third. Race 7, the Crystal Mile 3-year-old and up. Look, Golden Path has been within the length of Sir Delius and Buckaroo and beat Globe this campaign. So look, I found the Turnbull a little bit too hot against the better horses at further trip. It's the one to beat. Rise at Dawn, she's so close to winning it his past 2 starts. He'll give his all. 0-2 good in the Vars. Just really runs a bad race. This may just be, this is probably a little bit harder than last start, but certainly racing really well. Desert Lightning has a talent, but can mix form. And El Rocco, well, career best form, but we'll probably hope for the rain. So race 7, I've got Golden Path on top, Rise at Dawn for second, 0-2 good in the third. Race number 8, the McEwen Stakes, standard weight for age. Charmstone had the perfect running transit and proved far too good here first up. Drawn wider here, so Blake Shem will want to get out of the gates quickly and get a good position. She's unbeaten in her 2 starts of the Valley and deserves favouritism. It took a good horse in War Machine to beat Bridal Waltz at Flemington first up. She's got plenty of talent, and if there's any chinks in Charmstone's armour, then Bridal Waltz is the one I think will find them. Niance and Niance and Tropicus were both far from disgrace when beaten by Gig at Caulfield. So I'm backing 2 horses here. I'm going to back, so we're looking at race number 8. I'm going to back Charmstone, the favourite. I'm also going to have a bet on Bridal Waltz. She's a good horse. So Charmstone on top, Bridal Waltz is a second bet in the race. Niance and Tropicus. Race 9, the Drummond Golf Vars, Group 2, 3-year-olds. Look, Observer will go out a very short favourite after having no luck in the Guineas. He'll be on the speed, which will which will suit as well. I'm actually tipping options on top. On times, options last win didn't run to the clock that well, but considering the slow tempo, it was a really good win coming from back in the field. Obviously, this is Moonee Valley. It's hard to come back in the field, but he looks like a real stayer. And if Observer goes out too hard here, then options is the one to run over the top of them. And look at $1 odds on for Observer. I'm willing to have a bet on options. From the others, look, Cora, Providence, O'Shamus, Masuda, they're all sort of chances, but I do think it's a 2-horse race, so race 9. Options on top to bet Observer, they're the only two on my quaddy. Race 10, as I touched on Cox Plate, can't wait to see versus 10. I can't wait to see the Cox Plate, and I'll be there tomorrow. So, yeah, so in a nutshell, as overlooking what I've done, tomorrow, it's a good 4 currently. There is some predicted rain, but I'm not convinced we'll get it or get that much. So my best bets are Salty Pearl, race 4, Charmstone, race 8, and race 10. Versus to win 2 Cox Plates on the in a row. Value bet race 9, number 3 options, I think is a really good chance to upset the favourite. My quaddy reads 3, 4, 5, 8, 3, 5, 7, 8, 1, 3, and 2, 4, 6. If you're having a bet, as always, gamble responsibly. And look, if you like what I do here in my videos, please subscribe. It costs you nothing. And yep, gamble responsibly, obviously, and good punting. So thanks for watching once again.